matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try to get outside. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. That's caught. It's Key. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs.
Turning on the Jets! And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Big time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They'll run this play from the pistol. motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to go for a big one. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball, placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pulls it in, it's Hunter. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Markway. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
At the 29-yard line. Good enough for a first down. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0.
So first down here as they go back to work. Power football with the run. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And you want to run the football. And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They believe they can run right here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He rifles one deep to the left.
Oh, that is a sensational individual effort. Did you see how he dove and completely stretched out? The fact that he was able to reel that in is just unbelievable. I don't even think the head coach or quarterback can believe he was able to make that diving catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Fine play action. Dances away to buy time. Grab near the marker. It's Young. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. To the air, it's Simpson. But not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down.
Throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looks as if he's going to run it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Simpson. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. Crimson Tide had to settle for the field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Key. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. To the air on first down. Going over the top. He's got it on the outside. Pass to touchdown, Nebraska! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to fire to the left. Makes a grab deep. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense will quickly use the timeout. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He'll set up to throw. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Stumbled to the ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll trim the deficit to 15. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. He's got it. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The screen, he can go. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Listen, as the game goes along, you start to figure out what that defense does. And that offense, I think they got a really good clue that that corner route continues to be open. I'd keep hitting it.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Huskers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to pass, it's Raiola. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And it's picked off at the goal line. Trying to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He wants to go deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to...
Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They just keep firing. Setting up the screen. There he goes! Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Mississippi, Nebraska, 21, Alabama, 6.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
To the air, it's Simpson. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism. But they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
A fourth quarter field goal. The State scores it.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down. because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, using his feet to buy time. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. So nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
This one's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll go to the toss. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation that's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The Yellow Jackets have taken what this D has given them, and they've taken their shots. It's one reason why that coordinator is such a hot name. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia Tech. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it along the sideline. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
One of the biggest is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Ready to go back to work on offense. One-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level now.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires to the middle. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
That's reeled in. It's Young. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. The short hands, it's Young. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass.
Defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.